Alright guys, so in this talks we're going to do the structure and type def, structures and type def. Okay, so you should know structures are just like collection of data, right? We have different variables to store different data. So structure allows us to store um, unrelated data, okay, data that are not related, unlike arrays that you can store more of that data that are related. For example, array of numbers, array of characters. Structure, you can store um, data like numbers and characters, floats, all those kind of datas, right, for different set of 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 individual or parameters. All right. So type def is just used to rename something. Just see it as a renaming tool. All right. Majorly to rename types. Okay. To rename type, as we have type here, right? So if you want to rename int, you want to give it another name. You want to give a type char, right? Give it another name. All right. So you can also give a type struct, right? Give it another name. All right. So basically that's what typedef is used. It's just to make our code much more cleaner, understandable, readable. You understand? So instead of int, you can give it integer, right? So you can go through these results. They're not too complex. I tried looking for this book. I found one, and chapter 8 wasn't talking much on structures, so I don't know. And then this one is not mandatory, okay, so in case you read it and you don't understand, just skip it for now. It won't be really useful for this. It's useful for you, not, but for this project you can still do without it. Okay. All right, so the next thing you would want to do is okay, you said you should know how to use type def, what are structures, when, why, how to use them. All right, and then okay, so you can check the requirement, blah blah blah. All right, so let's just go through the quiz question. And this one says you should write documentation for all the structures you create. That's very true. Okay, and as soon as I write my structure, you don't want to miss out, so I just pick those two, right? And then the next one is these two codes do the same thing. Is it true or false? If you look at it, we have a structure here, right? Okay, so we have a struct here. They declared a struct here, right? So they now said this struct point, as you can see, this is struct point here, right? And they gave it this struct point here, right? So they used type def to rename struct point and give it point. Okay, so instead of writing struct point here, they just write point and then point p, and then they assign a value for x and y, 1 and 2. Okay. All right, so if you look at this place too, same thing. Point p, they say y is 2, right? Y is 2, x is 1, x is 1. Okay, so they will do the same thing. All right, so we go to the next one. So given this code, we have this one, struct point as well. Struct point. So this one is called my point. Okay, and then this one is a pointer to my point, right? So this one is pointing to my point. Okay, so my point is being given this data, x is 3 and y is 7. All right, so to test y, okay, so if you want to use pointer to a particular member, right, so you have to dereference the pointer and also add these dots to get to assign to that particular struct. Okay, so basically you would dereference this way and then you add your dot, and then y, you're telling it that you want to assign the 98 to y, right? So you set the member y of my variable, my point. So this will work. You can also set it like this, my point, using this guy. All right, so my points dot y, right, you give it 98. So if you're using pointer, you're going to dereference the pointer and then put the dot y. Okay, so you're instead of just doing p dot y, you dereference it first and then this. And then another way to dereference and use dots, okay, so dereference and use dot is by using this sign. So this sign means dereference and then this dot. Okay, so these are the three options we have here. So the next one is the general syntax for a struct declaration in C is, okay, so we have the struct, the name, the type member, right, and then you can still have documentation here. You can have documentation at the top as well. Okay, and then okay, I thought this R was on another line. It's continuation of this guy. All right, and then don't forget you have a semicolon at the end, okay, after your struct, and then it is true, and then we are done with that. So it's the second deadline. I think the second deadline will be over in the next few hours. So why is this guy shouting? All right, so I'm sorry about that. Let's go. So this particular task, it says that we should define a new type struct dog. Okay, so we should create a struct for dog, okay, that would have the following elements. Okay, so it means that we can then, once we have a struct for dog, okay, so we can use this struct to create data for so many dogs. So I can have like 5 dogs, okay, and I want to, probably I'm a dog, I'm a veterinary doctor, so I have a struct, all right, that will keep the record of each dogs that I have. Probably I have 5 dogs that I'm treating, all right, so I want to keep record of their name, their age, and then the owner. Okay, so these 3 things are probably vital to me, so I can use struct instead of just declaring name, declaring age, declaring owner for different um, for using different variable, and then different dogs will have different name, so it's going to be tedious. So using struct to make it easier, it's just going to be like a table, okay, and then I can just use that table and then just create a table, just create for um, a particular dog. Let's say I have Bingo, I have Deep Sea, I have different dog names, so I'll just say struct the dog name and then I'll write Bingo. Okay, so Bingo will have a name, this will have that. So let's just go into it. So this is what we want to do, and then we want to put it in a separate file, in the sense that we can just add it to our main file and then use it. Okay, so by the time we finish this guy struct dog, right, they added their own dog name, which is my dog, and then they assign the name. You see, my dog dot name is Poppy, my dog dot age is 35, like that. They assign it, print it out. When you execute it, you should have all this. So basically that's it. So let's create the file, but before we start, don't forget to create this directory. All right, so copy, and so I'll cd into my ALX low level, and then I'll make the directory this. Then I'll cd into that directory. I want to create my readme, readme.md. Alright, so let me just paste this here for now. I can add something inside later on. So if I ls now, I have my readme. Okay, so the next thing is what do I want to do? Let's vi file name. I think it's dog.h. So let me just type down dog.h. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to write about it. So we'll remember what we did the last time. We want to define it. So we'll say if not defined, let's call it dog underscore h. So I love making it this way, looks finer. Alright, dog h. If not defined, define define what? Define dog age. Sorry, dog underscore age underscore. Okay, so if not defined, define, and then we want to end it with end if, right? So we come here. So remember that we want to create a struct, right? So we want to create a struct, and then let us just create it. It is called struct dog, right? Let me go up. So struct dog, right? And then we'll have our parentheses on the new line. Enter, sorry. Okay, good. Alright. So the next thing is, don't forget this guy will have a semicolon. So in case we forget. Alright, so you should have character float and character, right? So we have a character. The character is what? A pointer, right? To the name. So character pointer name, and then a semicolon, and then I think we have float, and then float is age, and then we have another character for owner, right? So owner. So why float doesn't have this pointer is because float is not a string, right? So pointer basically used majorly for string because the values of string can be easily manipulated with pointers. Okay, so basically that's it. I think we're done, except one more thing. If you go through this guy, okay, so if you go through this guy, where is it? Documentation. Okay, so let me drag it here. Alright, so it's going to tell you how to properly document your work using Betty, because you still have to use Betty on this guy. Alright, so if you check it, you see that when you are using struct, you have to define it this way. So for example, so all the elements here, you add them, write about them, write a description, and then your struct name. Alright, so that's what we'll do. So we'll go up, and then we'll do the proper way, right? And then we'll have struct dog, right? I think it should be small letter according to struct dog, right? So a struct that creates a dog info, right? And then we'll have at name, right? So we'll have at name, and then this one will be the name, right, of the dog, right? And then we'll have the age, right? And then this one will be the age of the dog, and then we'll have the next one, which will be, sorry, owner, not child, and then this one will be the owner of the dog. So we can have our description as well. Description, and then this one is just first struct with ALX. Alright, so I think we should be done like this. So let me just give it space like this. Alright, so with this we should be good. I think it's as easy as this. Alright, so clear it. So we have these two files so far. Is there anyone we want to ignore? Not for now. So let me go back down. So the next thing we want to do is we want to compile, we want to create our main.c, because to test it if it's working perfectly. So 0 main.c. So I'll copy this guy, so I'll vi my 0 main dot c, right? Okay, good. So I want to create my git ignore, right? And I'll say it should not push everything that ends with main.c. Alright, and then I think our executable is called A for now. I'm not sure. Let's just add that. Okay, so let's then compile and test this file. So we start from here. Yes, our executable is called A, so we're not pushing A as well. So let's see, though we're supposed to still Betty that file, right? So it compiled. Let us just Betty its dog. Okay, so we are good. So the next thing is, if we do ls, you see we have A. Then let us run our A, and then we have, my name is Poppy, I am 3.5, and woof, is that the owner's name? Okay, I think we are good, right? So the next thing I'll do is git add everything, git commit, and I'll call it create a short for dog info. Sorry. So I'll git push, and then let me just add origin betas. Alright, clear. So we have that, and then we can check our code to see if we are right. So I think it should still be going. This is still 129. I think it stops going around 2 or something. Alright, so we are good with this. So let's go to the next task. This one says a dog is the only thing. Okay, sorry. Write a function that initialize a variable of type struct dog. Okay, so this one would initialize a variable. So we're going to have this guy, and okay, so what we're going to do is we'll copy this prototype, or let's copy the file name first. So, and then I'll explain what this guy is doing. Come in. Okay, so what we are doing is a function that initializes a variable of type. So we have this struct dog already, right? So we want to now initialize the variable, as in we are going to give I think this is a dog, right? So this is a dog, struct dog pointer d, right? So this pointer d is using the pointer to point to the name of the new dog that you want to use this struct table on for, right? Probably they brought a new dog to um, my hospital where I treat dogs as a veterinary doctor. So I want to initialize a name, if age, and then the owner's data, right, for the dog. Okay, and then the dog is D. So I'm using pointer to the dog's name instead of using the dog's name directly. Okay, because I want to be able to manipulate and do some other stuff with it. All right, so that's basically it. So what we do is we get the name of the file. I think I've copied it, so let me just vi and paste. Okay, good. All right, so the next thing I want to do is if you look at it, they said we can use standard library, right? Can we? They didn't mention that we can use, but I think we will be using one particular one. So the first thing I'll do is I want to include that struct that I created before, right? So I will say it should include, except I want to just redeclare it here, right? So if I'm not, I'll just say include dog.h, So I want to include that old dog, and then I'll use my standard library as well. So include standard library.h. So these are the things I will do. Okay, and then don't forget I will still document, but before that let me copy this guy so it will be easier for me to use it to document when I want to document. So I'll copy this guy, I'll paste it here, I'll go to the beginning and then enter and then go up, then I can document. Alright, so the next thing is, this one is init dog, so init underscore dog, so sorry, it should be like this, and then this one is the new dog struct whose variable is to be initialized, right? So the next one is d, right? So we have our d, so at d, right? And then this one is the pointer to the struct of the new dog. Then we'll have our name of the new dog. Then we'll have our age, and then we'll have our age of the new dog, and then we'll have our owner, the owner of the new dog. Okay, so we have all this. Do we have a return? No, it's a void, so you can leave that as that. And then don't forget to remove this guy, and then we'll have this. Okay, good. So the next thing we'll do is for initialization there are two methods. Okay, there are two major methods. So from the first material given to everybody, you have to use malloc to allocate space, and then you can go on to initialize. Okay, so you can try that method out, let me know if it works, or I don't know if I should try it out now, or let me just go through the easier method, which doesn't require allocation of memory, but you can try that. It's a very simple step. So you just do, for that particular one, you just do your d, and then you declare malloc, and then size of the struct, size of, and then the struct dog, I think something like this, and then you end it something like this. So let me see, should be something like this, and then the next thing would then be then you'd then do if, right? So you say if our, because if you want to check if it got allocated, right? So you say if d is equal to null, right? So remember, null is a macro which is defined in standard library, so it's part of the reason why we have to use standard library. All right, so you do this, and then it should return what? Should return null. Okay, so you can do this, and then you'd, because this guy is a pointer, right? So we have to dereference it. So it's either you do this and then this and then name, like this, something like this, and then you say equal to name. Okay, all right, so we are giving it the value of whatever they put inside this guy. Okay, so you can do it this way, or you use this d, what's that sign again, like arrow sign. I think it should be dash and created them like this. It should be something like this, and then what's the next one? Age, right? Okay, so it should be age as well, and then you can have it again, and then this one will be owner. I'm not sure that second one should have this guy. I think the second one can just be d.h. Okay, so let's try that here. So this one will say d. Okay, because it's a pointer, we still have to dereference it. So let me just undo that part. So I think we'll have to do it this way. So, and then this one will be owner. Alright, so you can do it this way, you can do it this way. So I don't know, let's try it this way. And I think this is the method done in the other one. And okay, so let's try it. So we'll test it as well, right? So we'll create one main.c, and then the output of this one is b. So we can vir.getIgnore and put that it should not push b as well. Okay, so vi one main.c, and then we'll push this guy. Okay, so we can compile and test now. So compile, just see what pen down take, copy. Okay, so we have some error. There's implicit is of init doc. Okay, init doc. Let me see. Okay, I know why we're having all this issue. So let's vi into, I'm trying to look at what's going on. Alright, so I think it's because this guy is returning void, so all this stuff is giving us issue. So one, the return type should not return. So that's sorry, let's remove this guy first. If it was int, then we can, so let's try this. And what's it called, let me Betty the file first. Alright, so Betty is working, so let's recompile. Let's see. Okay, so we just have one implicit declaration of the function init doc. Okay, is that thing not part of this guy? One init doc.c. Yeah, one min.c, one init doc.c. So what's going on? Init doc. Okay. One init doc.c. Is it because of it's one? Yep. I'm trying to see what's wrong here. Anyway, let me clear it. Let me first git add and git commit and see what's going on, and say what's it called, initialize initialize variable for new dog d. Okay, so definitely we'll have some issue because our code is not compiling yet. Let me try that compilation again. So line 13, it says that implicit declaration of function init dog. Okay. So I think the prototype, we are supposed to put the prototype in dog.h. I think that's the mistake we did. Okay, so we'll put this prototype. I've been thinking about, like, we are supposed to have main.h, so we can just use this dog.h, right? So I'll just ls, so vi dog.h. So let me just put this prototype down here. Alright, so let me put it here. Okay. Alright, so let me see. Alright, it is working now, and let's go. So my name is null. I am a 0.00. Let's see if my name is Poppy. Oh, my name is Poppy. My name is null. Seriously? I am no. I think this one is the old one. No. This is B now. Yes, my name is Poppy. Why is my own having my name is now? So let's check the code again. Let's vi where is it? One init dog.c. Okay. Return. Okay. So what's going on? Could it be this guy that we didn't dereference very well? So let's try this guy out and use the. Okay, let's try this and see if that's the error that we have. So we compile, right, and then we run this guy. Okay, still the same thing. So it means that it actually worked, right? So it means that one actually worked. My name is null. I am 0.00 and 3.5. Are you sure these people are correct? Are you sure they didn't just repeat this guy? So let me just git push this guy. So let me git add git commit and then git push. Okay, so let us check the code first. All right. We might have some errors, probably one error. Yes, we should have some error. Okay, we have one error. So it's still that code that is not working. So let us check again one more time. ls vi one image.h. Okay, so we've done this, done that. Okay, so okay, let's just remove the memory allocation then. But I'm not sure we should, but I'm just trying to follow one predefined function I have here. Alright, so let's try with this guy. Okay, so compile and then okay, after removing the memory allocation, it's printed right. So what I think happened to it was after memory was allocated, probably it was printing the null. Actually, it was printing the null out of the string of that particular stuff, and then the null out of the string of which one? I think we had where is it? We had this one to be null, we had this one to be 0.00, right? So this could be the this one is the age, right? So I don't know why. So there's something wrong with the memory allocation. I'll if I calm down, I'll figure it out. I can figure it out now, but it's going to waste our time. So let's just continue for now, and we'll figure that out later. I might write it down in the description once I go through it. All right. So did we git push? No. So we'll git add, then we'll git commit again, and then we'll git push. Okay, and then we can test it now. Alright, so that should work. Alright, so the next one is, let's close it. So the next one is 2, and it said it let's go down. Write a function that prints a struct dog. Okay, so a function that will print a struct dog. Remember that we've created struct dog, right? But look at now, it's going to print this guy, and then I think point out a D. Okay, so I think for the D that we created, it's going to print all the data. Okay, said format C example below. So if you look at the example below, it's going to print the name, age, and owner, right? Like this. Okay, so that's the format in which it's going to use. All right. So if an element of D, remember this is struct now, is null. If one of those elements is null, you should print nil instead of the element. Okay, so if name is null, print name is null, for example. All right, so let's get into this. So don't forget, we'll put this guy in the dog.h as the prototype. So let us clear. So vi dog.h. All right, so I'll put this guy there, come out, go back, and we'll still need this guy in our main file, which is to print dog. So vi this file name, and then we'll need that guy first, but before that we would include it. We'll include main dot h. I said main dog. We used to main dot h, and then I will include my. I think we have to use standard library because we want to use printf, right? And then we'll do our documentation. All right, but before that, we'll get the prototype back. So I can do the proper documentation. So we don't need to re-document the struct. Okay. So let me paste this guy here. Remove this one. And okay. So we'll call this one print. You print dog, and then we'll say this one will print the struct declared for the dog D. Alright, so we'll have at D, which is the new dog D of type struct, Alright, so we can end this and then enter. Okay, so we got to this part. So sorry, we could say if it is D, right, and then we just create this guy over here. So I'll just be doing my if statement and else statement. So we use two if, two else. You use if for the strings that will contain null, and then the one that will not contain null we'll use null, we'll go directly. Okay, so we'll say if, right, we'll say if our the character of D of our name, right? So we'll say you can use a pointer, or we can just say if our, yes, let's try pointer D dot name, that's D dot name, right? So remember, we dereference it, and then when you are dereferencing it, you put it in a bracket, right? And then if our D name, so if it's not D name, if it's not the value inside, so we put our not here, and then for not is for everything, put this one to inside braces. Okay, so instead of this method I'm using, I'm just trying to test this method to see that it works. Alright, so we'll do this, and then we'll say that it should if not, it should print f. Alright, and then it should do what? It should put our quotes. It should print this for name, so we should print name, and then we should print, I think we should print nil, right? And then a new line. Okay, I think we are good like this. Else, it means that it contains some words, right? So else, you should just print f, print what? Print towards the name, right? And then because we are printing string, we use %s, right? And then new line, and then that string is what we are printing. We can just use this guy this time around, name, right? So I think this guy should work now. Alright, because this one is shorter and it's easier. So the next thing we want to print is, we printed our name. The next one is age. So for age, because it's not a pointer, right, it's not a string rather, okay, so we'll just print it directly. Okay, we then say printf. I hope I typed my printer very well. Okay, you should print age. Alright, which is, age is a float, right? So it should be %f. If it's double, it's going to be lf, right? And then a new line, and then what should be there, you can then dereference that guy, right? So we can say dh, right? So you can also use this one that I used above from this guy, the brackets and then dot name. Alright, so we'll test it and see if it works anyway. So the next thing is, we want to check if our, for the last one, so let me just use this D, since this one is easier, owner, right? And then don't forget it will be in bracket, and then we'll put the not. Okay, and then not. If it's not this, then you should what? you should print the character. So you should print F, you should print owner, right, and then new, right, and then new line \n, right. Else you should what? Else you should print F, and you should print the owner, and then is a string %s, and then a new line, and then what is the owner? Who is the owner? Let's use our dereferencing this time around. So open brackets %d close bracket dot owner. Alright, so I think this is okay. Alright, so we don't have any return type, it's void, and yeah, let's kind of test it. Okay, so we can betty the file. So we have that. So we need to test it. Then we'll go up to create our main.c. So to main.c, copy this guy up to this point. So main.c, and then the output is c. So I'll first do my git ignore, and then I'll say let's hope the next one is d and e. So just put it there. Alright, so we want to vi our to main.c, right? To main.c. Okay, good. Thought you didn't copy. Hey, sorry. Alright, so the next thing is compilation. So we've already said you should not put C. So then copy, paste, okay, that worked. And then we have name Poppy, age 3.5, owner pop. Name Poppy, age 3.5, owner pop. So we can do it this way, and then we are good. So clear, and then let's test it. It's almost time for checker to start misbehaving. Alright, so let's check code and test. Good. So we'll go to the next one after this. Okay, this guy is wasting our time, so let's just go to the next one, and then we'll see what it has in store for us. So we'll come back and check this guy. Alright, so this one says that define a new type dog t as a new name for struct dog. This one is quite simple because remember that we said we can use typedef to give a type another name. So that's what we're just going to use typedef to rename this struct dog, as we have this one already in our dog.h, right? So if you look at the file, it said dog.h, right? So we just go to our dog.h. So there are two ways to actually do this. Okay, so the first way is just as very simple as just you come here. Okay, so you put your dog_t here, dog_t, right? And then at the top here you put your typedef, right? And that's all. So you are telling typedef that, okay, typedef, this guy, everything here, I want to replace it with dog_t. Okay, so you can do it this way. You can also do it this way. This second way is more stressful because you have to still give it a documentation. Okay, so it's simple, it's the simplest, though it's stressful just because of the documentation, and the documentation is just going to be a line, I guess. So you just do typedef, the former name struct dog, the new name dog underscore t, right? So this is just it. Please hold on a second, I'm trying to check something. Okay, all right, so we then end it. So if you look at the documentation we have here, it says if you want to document a type def, you have to use the new name, right? Just the new name. Like, look at type def unsigned int is now called u for unsigned int, right? And then you just do this. So it's as simple as that. So if you want to do this, you can just do we have it at the top? Let's just follow what, so it's at the top. So let's come here. So go here and then enter just to give it enough space, and then I'll just say it's called dog underscore t, right? And then what is it? New name for struct dog, right? And then I will end it. Let me just give it space like this. Okay, so I think that's all. Then we git add with commit new name for struct dog using type def, and then we push it, right? And then we check our code to see if it works. So that is that on that. So okay, we have some issue, but let's check the old one and check what it has. I think this one too has some issue. Okay, good. Seriously, we didn't check anything. Didn't we push it? Let's check. What's it called? Because this is impossible to not have anything checked. Okay, maybe when I now pushed it now, it's now checked that one. Okay, so this one was wrong with this guy again. 2doc.t. So we check this guy and check the other one. So let us clear an ls. Okay, so we want to vi our 2doc.t. Sorry, 2print dog.c. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I remember this guy. Okay, so in order not to cause confusion, so let me just change all these guys that I used here. Maybe they were the one causing the confusion, especially this one. Let me just adjust this one first. Though we got our output correctly, so I don't know, maybe ALX doesn't want us to use. So d dash this name. Okay, so so let's try this first. And say git commit no changes. So let us recheck. Let's check and see if it works. Okay, we still have another error. Still the same error. So that one was actually right. So you can still leave it like that. So let's see what's wrong again. 2print, right? And let's check this guy. there's other method to actually solve this task. Okay, so what are we missing? So let us use this guy. Okay. Alright. So let's recheck it. Recheck. If it marks it, then probably they want us to use. Okay, they mark it, so it means those ones that we use are actually right. So it's something else. Okay, so let's just go into it again. But again, why is this other one not checking the dog.h? Why is this one still not checking? This one is having one output error. Could it be something we were doing wrong? So ls betty dog.h. Okay, I think it's this is what is wrong. Okay, so that's what is affecting it. So incorrect use of kernel dog formats. Okay, so it said new name for struct dog. Okay, so this is where the issue is coming from, not all those stuffs. So it means those codes are correct if you try them out, so you might have no issue. I thought this should be how to do it, right? What was that error we were getting again? Please hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out something. Okay. How should I do it? What's it again? Incorrect line 14. Line 14, incorrect use of kernel. Let's count. Okay, is our documentation that is wrong? Let's see. But I think we did it right? Typedef for unsigned int. Okay. Let's try that. Yeah. Struct dog. We tried now for. So I don't know. Let's try this. Type. I'm not sure this is the reason, obviously. Type def for struct dog. Let us repeat it. So what could be wrong? Or I forgot to delete something in my last edit of this guy. Why is this one giving me problem? Typedef struct dog underscore t. So if this guy is not working, probably I'm just going to use the other method, because I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've tried this. Typedef struct dog underscore t. I don't know. Let's bet C again. Still not working. Okay, let's try the method, second method, and see. Where is it? So do vi.h, insert, delete all these guys. Okay, good. So, and delete these guys. I don't know why that guy is not working. So if you figure out what I did wrong, you can let me know in the comment section. So we do typedef. Okay, and typedef, and then dog underscore here. Okay, I think we must still need to document, require space after the parentheses braces. Okay, all right. What's going on? Okay, please don't hang. We need you to work on time. Okay, it's saying it's working right now. So let us git add, git commit, and say struct or typedef update. Oh, sorry. Typedef update. It's supposed to have quotes here. Okay, it did both together. All right. So let's check. So that other way, I don't know why it's not marking. So let's hold this guy up. So this one worked, and that other way should work definitely. So I don't know what went wrong. Have we done this guy? No, I think the number 2 is what we have to check. Alright, so let's test this guy. Okay, so it worked now. Look at this guy. So page down. So we have number 4 and number 5 left. So for number 4, it says that write a function that creates a new doc. Okay, I think we are trying to create a new data for a new doc, right? So you have to store a copy of name and owner, return all if the function fails, blah blah blah. So this guy will paste it in a doc.h, but for that it's called for new doc.c. Resume. So let me just create the file. Okay, so let me copy this. Okay, this one is called E. Great. So sorry, I'll copy the header file prototype. Copy prototype. So vi.doc.h, and then I'll paste the prototype somewhere. So and okay, so did I paste this guy very well? Is it incorrect? Yes, I think it is. So the next thing is we'll go to our file, so vi into it, and then let me paste this guy. Set mode. Okay, good. So the first thing we want to do is we'll include our dog.h, right? So include dog.h, so we can include our standard library .h. Okay, and then we'll do our documentation since we have the prototype here already, so it's easier to document. Then we'll just say we have new dog as the function name. We have new dog, and then we'll create a new dog, right? So this one is the new dog to be created. So this is a function that creates a new dog. Okay, I don't want white space, so I'll delete that. So the next thing is we'll have our parameters. So we'll have the name of the new dog. We'll have the age of the new dog. Alright, so the next one is we'll have the owner of the new dog. Right. Okay, so is there anything we have missed out? So we are going to have a return, so it's going to be, you should return pointer to the new dog, pointer has been, okay, and then that will be all for now. Okay, and then end. Good. So the next thing we want to do is we'll create some variable. So I'll call it, we have our standard library, right? Size t, which means unsigned integer, right? And then we'll give some unsigned integer, this one for name, and then this one for owner, and then let's do I. Okay, and then we'll have our struct. So dog underscore t is our struct name, right? And then a pointer to our new dog. So we have declared we've declared a struct for our new dog, right? So the next thing is now initializing it and giving it value. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So we'll first check if our name and this guy, if they are null. You remember that they are string, it's only float, that is not a string. So we'll check if that string is null, because I think it's part of what we're told. So we'll say if our name is equal to null, or our owner is equal to null, equal to null, and then what should you do? If this two is equal to, if this one is equal to null and this one is equal to null, then what should happen? Then you should return null. Alright, so good. So the next thing is yeah, one thing I want to just chip in is that you should always try and if you copy codes, there are some errors that you will not come across, and then when you come across those errors later on, it becomes challenging. So whenever you do things yourself, you come across errors, you fix them, you get familiar with those errors, and then you'll be able to try and to know what error you are facing and how to tackle it. All right, let's continue. So the next thing is we've checked if both are null. So if they are not null, right? So what you do is we'll allocate space for dog. Okay, so we say dog, we give it a space and say malloc, and then we say the size of, don't forget to do size of the struct, right, which is dog underscore t, right? So we'll give it size of struct, end it with semicolon. Then we'll check if it got allocated, right? So if our dog is null, sorry, is equal to null, it means that it's not allocated. Then you should what? You should let's use this guy this time around. So you should free dog, right? You should free dog. You can say you should free dog, and then it should return null, right? So you can say it should return null. Good. So I hope you understand to this part. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so we've done that. So the next thing we're going to do is we'll check for we'll do a loop. So we'll do for loop. Okay, a for loop, and inside the for loop we'll give our name, right? So we'll say name. So we'll say name is equal to 0. No, I want to use n for name. As far as n equals to 0, and then our name at index 0, sorry, is not equal to null. Let me use this one. Not equal to null. So I want to try and get the length of the name right now, right? So that we can assign that value to the new dog we are giving it. You understand? All right. So that's what we want to do. Then we'll do this, and then we'll say n plus plus. Okay, and that will be all for this guy. So I can end it like this, and I would say I want to add one more to our n, which is going to be the null, right? Okay, so our n is having all its value right now, which is the name. So we then allocate memory for so that we don't waste memory, we allocate memory for the name. So dog, it's supposed to be dog.name, but because it's a pointer, so we'll do dog dash this name, right? So we'll do this, and then we'll say is equal to malloc, and then it will be what size of char times n, right? So size of, can have a char because it's a character, is a string, and then we'll multiply with the value of n right now, right? So that will allocate it. Then we'll check if the allocation is correct, but before that, this guy should have a semicolon. Are we missing any semicolon? No. All right. So the next thing is we check. We'll then say if our dog name, right? Dog name. Sorry. If our dog name is equal to null, then it should what? Return null, right? So we can say it should free as well. It should free it's still free dog. Okay, think free dog name would have been better. I'm not sure. So let's try free dog name. If free dog name doesn't work, we'll try something else. And then, sorry, this guy should end with a semicolon. Okay, free dog name, and return. No. So we are done with that one. So we'll do for this guy now. For the name, we've done for the name, right? So let me see. So what we'll do next is, okay, we'll do for, we'll use the I now. I equals to 0, right? And as far as I is less than n, right? Because n is having a null right now. Let me see. It's having a null. So we want it to go from 0 to, if n is 12, for example, to go from 0. Should we do it this way? Or should we give it 1? And it's going to start from 0, definitely. Okay, I think we should do it this way. And then I plus plus. Okay, so now what we want to do is give dog name. So we want to give dog name at index I, from index 0 to wherever the stuff is. We'll assign it the value of name at index I as well. Never end it. Okay, so that will be it, and then that will be that. So for age does not have any problem. It's not a string, so we'll not assign malloc or anything. So we'll just say dog of dog age is equal to age, because it's just one value. All right, so that's that. So we'll repeat the step that we did for name, we did for owner. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll repeat this step for owner, and then we'll do a for loop, right, for owner, and then we'll say for owner we did O, right? O is equal to 0 as long as O is less than, no, O is not equal to null, right? Sorry, as long as, what do we have here? It should be owner, right? Wait. Yeah. Yes, as long as owner at index 0. Is it as index 0 that we are supposed to have there? I'm not sure it's at index 0. At index n. This one should be at index n. And then this one should be at index 0. Not index O, not 0. Is not equal to null. Then O plus plus. Okay, so yeah, we can come here, do this as well. Then we'll give O plus plus again. We're adding 1 to O for the null. Alright, so we then say our dog after dog malloc, so our dog owner right? Dot owner will then allocate space for it. Goes to malloc, right? And then we say size of, and then we say char times, sorry, times, what is the length? O. Okay, and then that will allocate it for us. Then we'll go down more. Then what do we do next? Then we'll say if, right? If our dog, our dog owner, our dog owner is equal to null, you should free it. So I think what we do here is we say you should free free return no, you should free our dog, you should underscore, does it have any underscore? Dog, just dog. And then you should free our dog owner. So let me add that this dog here. So we can say you should free our dog here too. Alright, so the next thing is return null. So we want to assign it as well. So come down and say for, so we can use our I again. I equals to 0 now, and then I where's it? Okay, owner. Then I equals to 0. I is less than O. I plus plus, right? Then we have our initialization and we say dog owner, our dog owner at index I is now equal to assign the owner I originally to it, and it be this, and then it should return a pointer to the new dog, right? So let's hope this works. So Betty for new dog, and then we'll create our for main.c. Create our for main.c, copy. So we are for main.c, and then we check our compiler. It's called E, and we compile. My name is Poppy. I am 3.5 wolf. Okay, let's try and git add and push and see. And say this one is what. Let me just quickly copy this guy here. Alright, so let's see if it works. Because sometimes you've done and then you have that error. So we are close to checker time. Please checker, please check us. Okay, let's just go to the last one while this one is loading. And then this one says write a function that frees dogs. Okay, so that's what I want to do now, which is the last one, a function that free dogs. So remember we created memory for just the two strings, dog owner and dog name, right? And then we create memory for dog itself, right? So we clear our screen, then we'll come down, 5 free dog.c, copy this guy. Has this guy checked us, or we have some errors? Okay, we have some error. Just this guy. So what could be this guy? Could it be Betty? Let's see. Number 5. Could that be Betty? Oh, let me quickly do this. Okay, so this one will include dog.h, will include our standard library, because we'll be freeing, we'll be using the free function. Okay, and also we'll come back to that one. Let's quickly just finish this guy and then we'll go back to that one. So we'll copy this guy. Alright, so okay, so this one is called free dog, a function to free memory of dog created. It has no return type and it has one parameter d. This is the pointer to dog underscore c. It has no return value, so let's end it there. So for this one, I think it's quite simple. And you say if our d, right? So for that particular dog is not equal to null. Okay, this is when we want to free it, when it's not equal to null, because if it's equal to null, it means that it contains nothing and we've already freed it. Okay, so now we'll say you should free sorry, free. So what do we want to free? First we'll free the d itself, then we'll free the other two. So d name and d owner. I think these are all the things we need to free. And then don't forget, we have to go and put that prototype in the dog.h. So come here, right, escape wq. Alright, so do we have anything to test this one? Yes, we have something to test it. Or it's called f and 5main.c. Okay, so come here, 5main.c, it's called f. So I'll vi my git ignore, and I don't want to pass in my f. Okay, and then I will say vi 5main.c. Alright, then I'll paste this one there. Sorry. Alright, and then I'll compile it. Okay, anyway, my name is this. I think that's it. So we git add, git commit, and call this one free space, and then we git push it. Okay, so check that this last guy, and then we'll go back to that number 4. Okay, good. So we'll go back to number 4, and then we have issue here, right? And then this one, we'll come back to number 5 to see if it checks as well. So this one for, let's see, let's clear our screen, ls, and then let's Betty. I thought we Betty 4 already. 4 new dots. Okay, it's not Betty issue. Alright, I think that one might have worked. Okay, so this one worked, so we are left with number 4. So number 4 now. Okay, so let us see. Let me copy the compilation code. So I think we are getting the results, but we are still having some errors. So this could be very frustrating though. So I'll just try and see what I can do. So if I recompile it, and then we still have our results, right? So if you look at it, my name is Poppy, and I am 3.5 smiley wolf, good. Alright, so let's go back into our code. Probably we'll just do some tricks on those other ones that we freed. Just remove them. Alright, so basically what I have here, Betty is right. So we have dot t start dog. So if nearly is not equals to, we have dog malloc if dog is not equals to. So this free dog, let's remove this one. I'm not sure if, so let's still remove this one for now. Oh no, so for this, okay, let me remove this guy. Okay, let me remove these guys only and see. I'm not sure if it should be done, but let's see. And git commit update git push. Let's check. Then I'm supposed to test it again and see if it works though. But anyway, check out, we'll test it for us. So we're waiting for this last one. Do we have more issue, or still the same issue? Still the same issue. Alright, let's go back there. Okay, so we're here, and then okay, so we free dog. So let me remove this one too. Not sure it's this one, but let's just give Caesar to what Caesar is saying. What else are we freeing? Because I'm tired of this. Alright, let's check again one more time. Let's check again. We're still having this checker issue. What's going on? What's going on with number 5? What are we doing wrong? Let me see the number 4. Name owner, return all if the function fails. Okay, we've tried that. You have a copy of name and owner. Yes, we have that. Yes, we have that. We have all these things. So what's going on? So let me see from beginning till the end. Or don't we have the prototype? We have it. Yes, we have it. I remember. So we have. I'm not sure it's this one. Okay. If source of dot T. I'm not sure it's this one though. I'm just trying different things because I don't know what's wrong. What did I just do? Okay, just undo it down. So let me do n times. Sorry, n times. Problem is the person coding will not see the error. It's the person watching now would see it. 0 0 times. What else? What else are we missing, man? This thing is taking time. We're supposed to be done. Git commit, git push. Okay, let's see again and see what's wrong. It's still failing. What's wrong again? Still this part. What's not wrong? There's something definitely wrong with. There's something wrong with this code. There's something I'm doing wrong that is not making it work. Why is this thing fucking us up? Okay. Let's try so many things. By the time we try 100 things, one will work. Okay, so let me use unsigned int for size t. Okay, I'm not sure that should be the problem though. So then we have do don't know. Okay, we want this guy as well. Okay. Okay, if this one doesn't work now, then I'll just figure the stuff out and let you know what's wrong. So this is the last trial. If it doesn't work, then I'll try and see if I can figure out what's wrong, and I'll let you guys know. So last trial, and okay, so I'll let you know what's wrong. Okay guys, so what I did is it actually finally worked, and what I did was for print, sorry, for new, right? Okay, so I changed the variable name. Okay, I did it. What did I change here? Yes, so this n, I added n101, right? And that's just the difference I made so far. So as you can see, we declared if name is null or this one is null. We created space for dog. We said if dog is null, it should return null. We checked the length of name, and then we added null, and then we created space for name, right? And this one, and then we checked if it was empty. If it was if it wasn't, there's not enough space to be allocated for it, right? And then we should return null, right? We free dog, and then we said for I, this one is to get to initialize the content of I of the old one to the new one, right? And then this guy dog age, this one for the age. Then we did for loop for owner to get the length of owner. We use o1, and then dog owner like this, and then check if it is null, and then initialize it, return dog. Alright, and that's what made it work. I don't know what went wrong before. It's still the same thing, but anyway, so see you guys, bye.